All right, I'm here, man. You know, I I don't know how much more I can take of this, fellas. It's a WJ, it's Warrior Junior. After you hear this story, I guess you're gonna probably understand my. I had a friend, Dave Pearl, and see if I can get any better light here. Okay, I'm sorry. He would always, he was older than me, and he'd always talk about suicide. He was looking up suicide methods. And I go, Dave, what's going on? And he's like, you just don't get it, Mike. Warrior Junior. You just don't get it. You know, you walk around and you see all these people together, couples and everything, holding hands or whatever. And he just felt like it was absolutely crushing for him to never get. And he was older than me. Now, I'm 48. This is maybe 10 years ago. He was like, I'm trying to remember, he was probably early 50s or something. And he'd say, I go to Thailand, they treat you like you're really something when you're there. But, he'd say, he'd go there for a kind of vacation. He lives here. And then he sees like these Asian women. That's what he likes. And he couldn't get it out here. So drove him nuts. And he says, Dave, this is not Thailand. This is not a third world country where like they see a white man, and they get excited, So it's you have to understand that it's different. Like when I remember, I've never been out of the country. I've been to Tijuana a couple times, and I kind of got a little bit of that vibe, sort of, but not really. I guess when I went to the Adelita bar, but those are pros, those women, they line up, you're paying, so it's like you're really nothing special per se. But let's just jump right in. Well, so I wanted to relate to this. I wanted to relate the Dave story to my own frustrations that now a vague statement is I have a hard time meeting women. That's a very vague statement because you're saying everything, and that's not true, but it is true. So it's like maybe I should be more specific. I'm saying the women that I would like to fuck, okay? That's very specific. Um, it's always been a challenge. It's always been difficult. It's always been when I was younger, it was more shy. Now you know, it's like more coy because I'm, like Casey Zander say, well, no, as pickup artists, they're all saying what you do is you just put it out there, like don't hide anything. Look, what these guys failed to understand is that just getting the opportunity is like it's that difficult to talk to the women that you really are attracted to. So like then it's like so you want to like try to keep the conversation going to try to like build a connection. You go ahead and like, and this is what happened tonight. Well, first, I'm going to start at the beginning. All right. Well, I finished my schoolwork a little early, so I said, okay, well, they got the lemon drop dance thing in Buena Park. I said, all right, well, let's take the train. Let's schlep down there. So, all right, well, I take the train. Get down there, and I Googled, snapshotted a map, like, and it didn't look too complicated. It says like 2 miles away, so it's okay. It's one street, go down, and then go down. Like you walk west past beach. There's a street, and it goes down, and that's it. And then quite a ways down. So here I'm walking down this street, and I see beach. I go, all right, I'm going in the right direction. And the next street over, a couple blocks over, like I see this other street and it goes all the way down. So I figured that's it. So I fucking walk all the way down this street, all the way, and I'm not reaching it. I'm like, where the fuck am I? Like, it started to become industrial parts. Like, you know, then I get over this freeway, walk over the freeway overpass, and this is Santa Fe Springs. I completely went in the wrong direction. Thank God for my old friend John, the guy that saved me from Irvine before. He actually came through this time. It was a pretty decent amount of distance for me to go back, but I didn't have to backtrack like I did 9 miles before. It was still probably about five. It was really far, but so I wound up getting to this fucking thing, and you know, I want you to remember that about what that my friend that wanted to commit suicide. Okay, I want you to understand that, and it's a very difficult thing to understand when you go out there and you're seeing everybody together, like in every now not say everybody, but it just seems that way. It seems that way, and here you are. If you're a real man, I'm not talking about a fag or something like that. They got their own issues, their own problems. I've seen them have quarrels. They're irrelevant, though. They don't matter. And I know I shouldn't use that terminology, but I'm just so like worn out, agitated, upset, defeated. Like, that's why I start just getting agitated, after you go through like hell, you feel like you go through hell and it's like you get nothing from it. Nothing. You get the experience of nothing is what it is. Because I've been through this so many, it's always the same story all over again. Okay, so there's this Latina chick in there, and I saw her. She was sitting at the bar, and some guy like he got up and moved away, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna just be schmuck number two, because they have a dance floor playing music. That's like kind of my mo there, like that's how I kind of my conversation started. People watch whatever. Uh, I know it's the same regulars, older people, like whatever. There's that guy, that fucking guy with, man, brings this hot girlfriend, that he knows from the net there. And here I am with nothing, like usual. So, Latina chick, she actually sat down there on my side, and I said, all right, I'm not going to procrastinate, jump in. And I did. And she just jumps right into the linear robotic mechanical, what do you do kind of thing. And I was like, I have my own business. I'm working on my doctorate degree, and then we're doing the age thing and the religion thing. And she said she's a nurse, this and that. And then next thing I know, she goes, I'm going to go to the bathroom. She goes, and she never came back. There was this fucking Indian guy, I guess, that, I've seen at some of these events. He goes by himself, and she went for him. She danced with him, like now, I didn't want to get agitated and angry. What is that going to solve? But I mean, I felt like that was it. That was the one that I wanted to like. She asked me, and then she goes like, "What are you doing here?" I remember she asked me that, and I just couldn't bring myself to say I'm looking for a hot chick to fuck. Like that's really the answer. I just couldn't get that out of me. Like I felt like because the thing is, it's just so. Uh, you know, it's like I know that sounds so brazen, but I just cannot imagine me saying that and then a woman like still taking me seriously, like or just would leave. Like I just couldn't imagine if I said that I would be fucking her that like right now that night I would have gotten something. I just it sounds nice and everything like that, but just getting the opportunity, I thought like try to like build the conversation. It just didn't matter. It all didn't fucking matter. It didn't. All of it did not fucking matter. And it's $100 ride to get back from Buena Park. Like and man, I just tell you something. There's one other woman too. Like when I first got there, I said like I'm here, like because I walked so far, and this one woman that was, I guess she went there by herself. She goes, "You talking to me?" And I just said no. Like it's like I didn't want to, you know, because I didn't know who's in there, what's in there, how many single women. It's like potluck, but for the most part, it's always the same fucking people, same very cliquish kind of thing, and there's no, and that's the problem. Is like they kind of, I don't know what they want. I know what I want, you know, and that's it's very difficult. It's a very difficult, frustrating thing because like you're talking to somebody that basically spent his better half of his life going to these places and dancing, never getting laid. So like you know, like I listen to these guys like Casey Zander talk about, and it's like you know, you got to become whatever it is, you know, like that's why I worked on trying to work on my social skills, not on my dance skills, you know, it ain't gonna fucking get me nothing. Because I keep thinking the dancing is the high demonstration value to bring the women to me, then talk to them so you can try to get laid. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way, and it hasn't for a very long time. Um, I am really unbelievably tired. But I needed to get on this because I was just so agitated by tonight's turn of events. Like I really thought that one woman, you know, I thought, you know, God was gonna help me. Like after everything I've been through, like, you know, I slept all the way down there, I finally made it, and so like, you know, I thought I was gonna reel it in. You know, I really did. Um, sorry, I said it sucks. You know, it really does. It really does. You know. It's, it's like Mr. Rogers. I'm putting on my socks. You know? All right, here's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying I'm going to do this. I just want to get this out. Now I'm going to be 50 years old by the end of next year. Okay, 50. I've tried everything, everything, and it is whatever it is. I am repulsing these women for whatever reason. They are not giving me a chance. Okay, I do not see the point. You know, you are like my purpose on this planet. You know, it's like I don't even want to talk. You know, like it just hurts. It's like this is like a very sucky type of pain when you're not getting your needs met as a man. And there's women that could give it all to you, and they just choose not to. And it just makes me want to say, what is the fucking point of me being around? Hypothetically, if I were to live till 100, why be here if no woman's going to give it up that fits my sexual, you know, qualifications? What's the fucking point? So put two and two together, you know? And it really, really bothers me. It really, really does. I can't understand how, you know, I'm not getting anything. And I'm not on some high horse, but I talked about the wrestling, the girl at the wrestling school. I talked about this last night. They're going to the Craigs. They're talking about like all these things I'm doing. And sorry, been up a long time. This started at 2 in the afternoon. You know, I slept all the way down there. Now it's like 2 in the morning. We're at the 12 hours. I felt like I worked for 12 hours and just got like fucked hard. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. Anyway, it's a very, very fucked up thing. Like this shit just never fucking ends, or like it never comes to fruition. I was with the porn chick like 3 or 4 nights ago, but she's she's not she's not a trooper. She used to be in the movies like 15 years ago, whatever. She ain't that with me. Nothing. It's not even, getting your needs met as a man should involve more than yourself, doing it on your own. Like that's basically what, it's there's so much a woman can give you, I can't imagine like an attractive woman that gives it up. I mean, it's like just like it'd be so nice, It'd be so nice. These women, they just don't. It's gonna be at the same place next week, and I'm not gonna go. I can't. I can't handle. I cannot handle this nonsense. Okay. I'm very tired. I'm very agitated. I'm very upset. I cannot understand the logical thing about this of not having even numbers and having so few. Like these women, they're so homely. They're just really really old. Sorry, I just don't get it. How you could be such a good person and it doesn't shine. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't. Whole fucking world is backwards, man. Warped. It's skewed and it's backwards, not right. It's all backwards. That's why the divorce rate is so fucking high. Because of this bullshit. If that woman, if I had a lot of money, she'd try to take me to cleaners, pretend she loved me for a little while, try to get married, then rob me. That's all it is. It's all it fucking is. I'm very tired. I'm sorry. I'd love to keep going on this, but I just gotta lay down, man. I took a hellacious beating. That's what it feels. That's what it feels like. I went through hell and earth to get to this place, just like I did at the Irvine Hilton. And get nothing. Over. Nothing. So I just, I can't right now. I'm too, I really am just fucking, beat down too hard. It feels like. I feel like getting beat down all the time. Never get lucky once. That's what I call getting